Chapel Roan did a new interview with BBC Radio 1, and it was really interesting because she talked about, the trajectory of her career kind of blowing up, seemingly out of nowhere in 2024 after being in the industry for so long, how she looks at all of these new opportunities and the music industry as a whole. So here are some of the quotes that really stood out to me. Starting out with her talking about not being afraid to turn down opportunities, whether that be like a show, a brand deal, whatever. Saying there's something my grandfather told me that I think about in every move I make with my career. There are always options. So when someone says, do this concert because you'll never get offered that much money ever again, it's like, who cares if I don't feel like doing this right now? And there are always options. There's not a scarcity of opportunity. I think about that all the time, which I think is a really healthy way to look at your career, honestly, because you see so many pop stars just do so much like right when they're taking off, and then it really burns them out. Next, she talks about the music industry in general and how she is really outspoken, saying that she would be more successful, she thinks, if she just was wearing a muzzle. And if she could override her basic instincts to not say what's always on her mind, because she thinks that would make her a lot bigger. She said she would still be on tour right now, basically saying that had she not, had this backbone, she would just be saying yes to kind of everything and being forced to kind of do things that she didn't really want to do. She also explains that success and failure are kind of out of her control, and if she says that she can look back and say she did not crumble under the weight of expectation, she didn't stand for being abused or blackmails, then at least she stayed true to her heart. And again, I think this is healthy. Whether or not people come for her on the internet for this, I just think that people in the industry are so used to taking advantage of young talents that when someone has a voice and knows what they want and wants to stay true to that, it, makes it a little bit messier. And tying in with that, she talks about how she yelled at that one photographer on the VMA's red carpet saying, am I supposed to act normal? That's not normal. It's crazy. I feel so bad for the girls that have been taught that that is normal. Again, tying back into what I was saying about, people being abused in the music industry, not just by fans and stuff, but also by the label, by the management, everyone involved. So I don't know, I found this interview to be really interesting, and, getting this perspective of Chapel and her career and how she wants to kind of move forward and set boundaries, I think is really interesting and healthy, because she's doing this on her terms, not having to release some sort of statement based on, public outrage that she's had to do in the past. So I don't know, what were your thoughts on this?